supporting the residents of Kobani, sending well wishes. Also, Save Kobani is tweeting. You have photos such as this one, Kurds protesting at airports and in front of embassies, at parliaments across Europe. You can see there a sort of a collage of images from across the European continent. You also have these images in Milan, a somewhat small gathering in the Piazza Duomo, but elsewhere, apparently 600 people in Berlin. These are images in solidarity with Kobani in Iran. You can see there people holding up various images in support. This is an article in Le Figaro talking about a similar gathering at Charles de Gaulle Airport, or Roissy Airport as it is also known. And these are images, Tom, in the Independent newspaper in the UK from Heathrow Airport. So a lot of people gathering at various different points like that. There's also this Facebook page, Kobani is not alone. While the Turks watch ISIS attack Kobani, whole families of Kurds fight back. Then some of these quite extraordinary images of Kurds who are armed, I suppose, in self-defense, Tom. So those images also doing the rounds of social media. This is a Turkish newspaper, the Daily Sabah in English. Kurdish female suicide bomber in Kobani killed dozens of ISIS militants. This is an article and recounting a story that has been getting quite a lot of buzz online. And I suppose it shows a degree of despair and desperation and determination as well when women are being forced to act as kamikaze bombers. This is in Newsweek.com. As ISIS take Kobani, NATO's second largest army sits on the sidelines. So some criticism from the US media, in this case Newsweek, for what is seen by some as an inactive role by the Turkish military. Will the blood of Kobani's Kurds be on Turkey's hands? That question is being asked by the left-leaning newspaper Haaretz in Israel. So an awful lot of discussion of that nature across social media and in the media, Tom. Just one final article in Le Monde. The head of the PKK, that is the Kurdish Workers' Party, he says that this could really strain relations with Ankara, which have been improving since 2012 when negotiations began with the Turkish authorities. If the Turkish authorities don't, if a more active role isn't taken by Ankara in terms of what's happening in Kobani.
Okay, well, let's move on to something different now, an environmental story, because Arnold Schwarzenegger, no less, has been paying a visit to Paris. He's here right now. He's got a message, flexing his environmental muscles, you might say.
That's right. He is indeed flexing his environmental muscles, and apparently a lot of this is because of a climate conference that will be taking place in Paris. In any case, it appears a lot of French politicians are anxious for the photo opportunity with the Terminator star, including Hollande, including Laurent Fabius, the foreign minister. But some are wondering, will François Hollande avoid the photo opportunity with Schwarzenegger, given how enormous the former star is? I think we have photos showing the extent to which he is quite a large individual, and it could indeed make Hollande not look less corpulent, so to speak. It didn't stop Nicolas Sarkozy, who is apparently the same height as François Hollande, from grasping that photo opportunity in 2007 at the Élysée Palace, Tom. So we'll have to wait and see.
Sarkozy had heels, so
that's right. So
we'll have
to wait and see on Friday if that photo op will be seized.
All right. Just a final story, a video you picked out that's had 9 million hits, filmed in Scotland. What's it about? That's
right. This is a mountain biker. Let's take a look at these images. Danny McCaskill. Now, it's an extraordinary video. The production company behind it is called Cut Media. It's climbing up towards 10 million views in just 5 days. The skill of this guy is just really, really extraordinary. And it's also certainly showing off the Isle of Skye in Scotland and the notorious Quillan Ridgeline in all its spectacular glory. And certainly this guy has absolutely no fear at all, Tom. He climbs up to the most perilous heights and he seems not to be afraid at all of tipping off the top of the Quillan Ridgeline. So it's 7 minutes of pretty gripping viewing, and certainly it's had internet users on Twitter and on YouTube, where it's had about 10 million views, gripped.
Stunning. A modern-day Braveheart, you might say.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Two wheels.
James Creedon. That was this evening's edition of Media Watch. It's time now for Focus. We're going to turn our eye now to Hong Kong, where until the start of this week,